Hello peeps, yes I'm back. Just wanted to make a quick video before I explain where I've been for the past year, etc, etc. But I was watching this video, James Casbolt on Daniel Ots, and I just made a couple of comments down here. At 1:42:49 and 1:48:27, these are the same photo with the other man's legs switched with James. So I'll show you what I mean. So look at this man's legs here. And James's arm here, and look at his arm here. 148. See that? That's the other man's legs. So his legs are there. No, wait a minute. Oh God, now I'm confused. Let's have a little closer look at this. Neither of these photos seem right somehow. Yeah, look, there's something wrong with this. If we zoom in on this a little bit, look at his arm here. Look at the way the tabletop goes curving, or whatever that is. This is wrong here. Don't know why it's wrong. Looks like the background here, there's a little notch here has been incorrectly, hasn't been filled or something. I can't tell you exactly. I think this is a very sophisticated job. I don't think this is Casbolt just doing this on his own, on his home computer. Of course, if he's a soldier and he's drilled and he's used to holding his gun all the time and doing a certain pose, then I can see why he would do it the same each time, but there is something wrong with this. That strap over his shoulder just looks a bit fake. I don't know, maybe it's just a weird reflective material. Something isn't right about that. Okay, I think I figured it out. The creases, and that guy in the background there, it's all composite images. The creases correspond, but they have been changed a little bit. So a bit of work's gone into it. His feet here, the heads are different. But some of the creases, if you look closely at these pictures, you'll see the creases are exactly the same, but they have been, I think, manipulated a little bit to make them look like they're from a different picture. Like the shadow's a bit deeper here. The creases are pretty much exactly in the same place, but they've changed the outline a little bit. See that crease there and that crease there? It's been changed a bit, but it's the same crease. This one here and this one here, exactly the same place. It wouldn't be in the same place. That the one there and there. Yeah, and the way his strap goes there, I don't think that's been done quite right. But there's some work gone into this, you know. So it's not just his legs onto this body. It is the same legs, but they've been made to look like the same angle as his legs. Now this is some sophisticated work done here. I guarantee it. This isn't just Casbolt on his home computer using Photoshop. I'll tell you exactly what's happened here. He's put a different background he's used the same picture of himself, different background. He's used some software that's made the light look like it's coming from above on this one on the left. He's put a hat on himself on the right. He's stretched himself. The whole picture's been stretched side to side to make him look broader and wider, like he's put on a lot of muscle. And he's done something with the contrast to bring out the creases. So they are the same creases, they correspond between the two left and right pictures, but they look more pronounced on this one because of the contrast. But this is a lot of work gone into this. This is a very sophisticated bit of work. Now the one on the right, these these straps over their shoulders, these blue straps, you can see them. These have been painted in by hand, I think. But this is fakery, but sophisticated fakery. I've seen this exact hand before. I'll show you who it is. Same people that did another famous composite image. Remember this one? This one came out from WikiLeaks, so it must be suspect. Now, think about this, the unlikeliness of this photo ever having been taken. Imagine you've flown halfway across the world for a discreet service with underage girls. Why on earth would you have a photo taken with you and the girl and the madam who set it all up in the background? Why would you do that? It's completely mad. Plus, why does Prince Andrew have to fly anywhere to get serviced by prostitutes? He's a prince, he can do what the fuck he likes. I mean, he can get it delivered to his door. I mean, the guy doesn't have to travel to get laid. It's just, he's not in this picture. This is a photocomposite image. This is a completely fake image. But, that's obvious. But, it's the same hand, or the same software at least, same technique that's been used to do all these Casbolt pictures, like that and that. I mean, maybe it is Photoshop. I haven't used it for a while, and maybe I haven't got like the up-to-date techniques and everything down, So, but he stretched it, and he stretched the images and stuff to make them look a bit different, and he has. It's a lot of work gone into it. I want to look at another picture. Now, who are these people? I did hear somewhere a soldier talking about he'd met Casbolt in the army. I think it was in the comments section on another video. But then it could have been Casbolt that wrote that comment under a different name to sort of, give himself a bit of like credibility. I mean, I know he's supposed to be in prison and everything, and he's not allowed to use a computer because he was busted for putting like obscene pictures of his wife on the internet, so he's banned from using computers. But do we really know if he's actually in prison? I mean, Erwin told me that he was in prison, he'd been exchanging correspondence with him, so okay. He assured me he was in prison. So, I mean, I've no reason to disbelieve that, but I haven't seen him in prison, myself, personally. Let's look at these other pictures. Look at this one. I think that's probably authentic. But she's his wife, so they could afford to go to restaurants and things. Something about this doesn't ring true. I don't know what this is. He's got a criminal record before he went to the States. He had a criminal record. So he wouldn't have been able to join the army. Also, I think he was like in his 40s by that time anyway. Maybe they made a special exception for him because he has these super soldier skills, but look at this guy's face here. He's not taking it seriously, I don't know. Maybe he's just a kind of laughy, jokey kind of guy. But look again, he's got this silly grin on his face. And look, he's got jeans on here. Would you really wear jeans for this kind of occasion? Just seems strange. It's not right. Something not right about it. Okay, let's look at the shadows. Because the shadows are normally what would be the giveaway. The shadow on this little podium thing here is off to the left. Although I think there's overhead lighting all along the top. Because if you look at their faces, the light's coming from there. So there's probably light here, 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 like little spotlights sunk into the ceiling. He just looks washed out here. And the shadows, he's casting no shadow to the left, Casbolt. There's just one behind him a little bit, which is funny because this podium here is casting one to the left. He seems to have a bit of shadow behind him, but it's the soldier here, but it's not really. Would he be wearing like battle dress if this was Casbolt's inauguration or induction, whatever you call it? Is this the correct dress for this kind of thing? I mean, it looks like he's wearing like fatigues. Wouldn't he wear something like a more formal costume? I don't know. Casbolt seems to be wearing jeans and kind of casual gear. His top button, collar is open. There's no tie on. He's got a green belt, like some kind of canvas sort of casual belt, and jeans, or just it's not authentic. I don't think. I don't know. I'm not an expert on military protocol, but it just doesn't look. He's smiling again. He's got this kind of jokey face. So amused, I don't get it. Something not right about it. But if it is a fake, it's very sophisticated way it's been done. Show you one more picture. This one here. Now, this one, you see the background where so this is a window with the curtains, and the light is shining through behind them, and it's all whited out because, it's such bright sunlight coming from behind them. Now, that's all very well and good, but normally I would expect the camera to compensate by that by is it the aperture, having a smaller aperture? And then in that case, these faces would be silhouetted. You try and take a picture like this against a really dark, really bright background like that. Wouldn't they be silhouetted and you wouldn't see any detail in the face? But she's quite, you can see very clear. She looks very clear. Also, the arm looks a little unnatural there. Her arm looks a little unnatural. This around the shoulder and the hair here looks strange. I don't know what that is. But he looks like he's been cut out and placed on like it's a photo montage. I don't know, something not right about it. Something not right about this picture. One other thing that I commented on was he says his mother, his real mother, is someone else, not this lady in the photos with him. This is a lady called Casbolt who adopted him and raised him, but she's not his real mum. Well, look at their noses. Very similar angle of the nose there and the top lip there. The shape of the mouth. She looks like his mother. They've got resemblance. Even the shape of the eyes is rather similar. Not the same exactly, but the nose, especially this part of the nose, very similar. And the mouth and the general shape of the jaw and the face, very, very similar. She could be his mum, from this photo, but apparently she's not. All the photos are very strange. Something about them I just don't buy it. Look at his face there. Who is this man? I wish he would come forward and tell us something. Don't get it. Casbolt is absolutely a mystery to me. Absolutely a mystery. He was active for like 10 years or something, and in total on the internet, coming out with his whistleblowing. And I've never seen anyone change in not even 10 years. I mean, that was like 10 years ago when he first came out, but before he went to jail, he went from that completely different looking guy to that. He aged a lot, and it just changed his whole body, the way his mannerisms and everything, his whole attitude changed completely. Can't believe that's the same guy. Just very different. It's just, and that arm's not right. This is a photo montage, definitely, but sophisticated, more than just some mad hoaxer. See, I spoke to John Owen a few times, and I asked him. My comment actually hasn't appeared here. Look. Oh, here we go. And so this guy, Black People, says, dude, if you were in the US military and you were a part of special operations, assuming the role you claim of super soldier, you would never have your name identified in a picture. Your name patch wouldn't be on. Is his name patch on? So, just looks screwy, that. Anyway, I said to him, I don't know how he even got into the army because he had a criminal record by then as well. Actually, I'm not sure if that's what I meant to say. I think what it was that I looked into it. You have to be living in the States for like 3 years or something. I think that it wasn't the criminal record that would have disqualified him from joining the army. I'm not even sure if he had a criminal record by that time. But anyway, I made a mistake. It's very strange indeed. I don't know what to make of it. I've spoken to John Owen about it, and he insists that Casbolt is a madman who took too many drugs and made the whole thing up. But in my experience, crazy drug addicts don't write books and get lots of publicity photos taken with army costumes and other people posing in them and all that stuff. And for what reason, it's very strange to me. Is he some kind of crazy genius hoaxer? This is a very sophisticated hoax involving a lot of actors or other people like assisting him in the hoax. If it is a hoax. And look at his face. He's completely changed. How can he change so much in such a short space of time? I said to Owen, I said to him, if he's just a crazy man who took too many drugs and made it all up, then why are you communicating with him in prison? Because John Owen was writing letters to him, and he told me, he says, I'm his handler now, I'm in charge of him. I said, why? Why would you bother if he's just some mad drug addict? And he went, oh, well, it's because he's got a lot of attention, and if I control him, then I can use his popularity to get my message across about my book and everything. I didn't really understand that, so I wonder if there's more to it. Anyway, answers on a postcard. Thanks for watching.